Hey everyone, welcome back. In this quick tutorial, we are learning about Lambda functions in Python, which is also called anonymous functions. So let's go ahead and see how they work and when to use them. So a Lambda function is a short one-line function without a name. So as I said, it is an anonymous function and it is used when you need a simple function for a short period of time. So let's first check the syntax and then we'll take few examples. So to create a Lambda function, you first need to use the keyword Lambda and then you have to give your arguments followed by expression. Now let's go ahead and write a regular function first and then we will convert that to a lambda function. So I'll define a function. Let's name it as add. We have two parameters x and y and we are just returning x plus y. So this is our regular function. Now let's write an equivalent lambda function for this. So first let's declare a variable to receive the result. So I'll name it as add lambda and then let's check the syntax. So lambda and then argument. So you need to use this keyword lambda and the arguments would be x and y, right? So x and y. We'll put a colon and then the expression. The expression in our case is x plus y. And that's it. Now let's call both of these functions and check out the output. So I'll first call the regular function. So let's print and call the regular function, which is add. Let's pass the arguments. I'll give 3 and 5. This should return us the output as 8. Now let's call the lambda function. Let's pass the arguments and this should also return 8. Let's go ahead and run this now. I'll save and run and you can see the output for both the functions are same. And your lambda function can contain only a single expression and it has an implicit return. So you don't need to use the keyword return here. And these are often used for short and one-time operations. These are actually great when you pass it as argument to other functions. So let's go ahead and check that out as well. So I'll take another example. Let me first put the comment here. So using lambda function inside another function. Let's create a function and I'll name it as make multiplier. Let's take a number as parameter and we'll return a lambda function here. And what is the syntax for lambda functions? We'll first write lambda and the argument and we want to multiply that argument with the number of times that user will be passing as argument. So I'll just multiply it with n. Now let's go ahead and call this function. So first I'll declare a variable times 3 wherein I'll be storing the result. Let's call this function make multiplier and then we'll pass an argument. Let's say I'm passing 3. So when I call this function, this is going to return us a lambda function. So whatever this function is returning, that's what we are storing in times 3, right? So this function is returning a lambda function and we are storing that return value inside times 3. So now times 3 is a function that multiplies any number by 3. And that is why when I do this, so I'll print and then I'll print times 3 and whatever number I pass here. So let's say if I pass 10 here. Now 10 is going to be our argument x and that is gonna get multiplied with 3. Now let's check the output for this. So the output would be 30. Now let's see another example where we'll be using lambda with map function. So let's first take a list and let's give some numbers here. And now I want the squares of each and every number. So for that, let's create another variable to store the result squares. So here, because I want the result in a list, right? So that is why I'll wrap everything in the list. And then we'll be using map. So the map function expects a function and the list. And your function is supposed to have some logic and whatever logic your function will have, that logic will get applied to each and every item of the list. So rather than creating a separate regular function, we are going to create the lambda function here itself. So for that, we will use this keyword first, lambda. Let's take an argument and we just want to square the numbers. And this is the list where we want to apply the logic of the function. So this is the list and now if we print squares, we'll get the result. Let me save this and let's just go ahead and run this. So now you can see the square of each and every number. So in a regular case, let's say when you are not using lambda function, you would have written a regular function and you would have written this logic over there. And then you would have called that function here in the first argument of the map function, right? So rather than doing that, we just created a lambda function here itself. Now let's see how we can use lambda with filter function. We'll take the numbers list again and we want all the even numbers and we want that in the form of a list. So I'll wrap everything inside the list and then we'll use the filter method and here again we are going to create a lambda function. We'll take the argument and we want to apply this logic. If x modulo 2 returns true, that means it's an even number, right? And then here we will pass the list. Now let's print the even numbers. And the same logic goes here as well, right? If you were not writing a lambda function, you would have written a regular function, you would have applied this logic, and then you would have called that function over here. So instead of that, we just created a lambda function here. Let's go ahead and run this, and we got the result here. So you should use lambda function when your function is really simple and it is mainly going to get used only once. And let's say if you're working with map, filter, or sorted, etc., right? But you should avoid using it when the logic is complex. In those cases, you can use a def function for readability, right? If the logic is complex. Here's a mini challenge for you. So write a lambda that checks if a number is divisible by 3 and test it with filter on a list of numbers from 1 to 20. So give it a try, and I'll see you in the next one.